Maya Wiley, I'm going to read something from a mutual friend of ours, Barbara McQuaid, former U.S. attorney in the state of Michigan. She wrote today, "This habit of committing crimes in plain sight is intriguing. Trump is practically daring us to call him out for soliciting foreign influence into our election, which is a crime. I accept the dare. This is a crime." Maya, does she speak for you?
Barbara absolutely speaks for me. And, you know, moreover, remember that in the Mueller report, one of the things that Robert Mueller said was 271 contacts between the Trump campaign and Russian operatives. And on that day that Jill mentions, when he said publicly, "Hey, Russia, love to see those, you know, any emails, if you can find those 30,000 emails," that is the day that the agency that was interfering in our election ramped up its activity, which is to say that in addition to it being a clear campaign finance violation, and I would argue that if Ukraine was a smoking gun, which it is, that China now and what Donald Trump did is a howitzer. That it was plain, central, public, unabashed, and it is also an abuse of authority. Remember that in impeachment, we do not need a crime, even though we have one here, I would argue, that actually just using the office to advance your personal interests as opposed to the interests of the country. And in this case, with China, not just Ukraine, with China, not just Australia, that Donald Trump is saying, help me with my personal political problem. Help me with my personal political problem. And one thing that we should know, and I just want to note this, the Kiev Post, which is independent journalism in the Ukraine, which as far as I can tell is quite respected source of independent information, wrote a piece making clear that the non-profit, non-governmental anti-corruption community was adamant about getting rid of the prosecutor that Donald Trump wants to open the investigation on because not just Joe Biden, but other countries in Europe had been and abroad were insisting be essentially gotten rid of. So we have a constitutional crisis if we do not have a Senate as well as a House that is willing to take this up as the Constitution tells us it must.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.